Hello everyone, it's Junie checking back in with all of you. So I just watched a video from Law and Crime and they showed some video footage of Giovanni. So I want to be sure to give a proper credit to Law and Crime. The other thing is on this CCT footage they give a timeline. And in the astrology that I recently broke down about 5 days ago, I talked about this timeline. I also talked about Giovanni being under the influence of some kind, showing up in the astrology. Now, Algol is in his first house, and that could be that he was under the influence and it made him act. He lost his head because Algol is losing one's head in public. Actually, losing your head in public. So let's just go through and we'll watch this clip real quick.
Right here, he's coming eastbound, now he's walking back, westbound. And there's a concrete barrier right here, and down here is where the pond is. So then we continue to check cameras, and we get lucky at a Lowe's, which is located on the west side of State Road 70. We have a camera that's pointing at the embankment now that he comes down at 2:19 a.m. Play that, Ben. And I want you to stay focused right here. Now that's a steep embankment. It's coming down there almost an uncontrollable sprint. If you've ever gone down a hill, you know what I'm talking about. But the pond is right here at the edge of that embankment.
Okay, let's watch that one more time. 1 second.
Now that's a steep embankment. Now that's a steep embankment. It's coming down there almost an uncontrollable sprint. If you've ever gone down a hill, you know what I'm talking about. But the pond is right here at the edge of that embankment. I mean, the important thing that I want you to see, there's no one chasing him. There's no one around him. In fact, when he's coming down that embankment, the vehicle is 2 miles away.
So it's interesting everything that he is saying here because 5 days ago, before we knew any of this, the astrology gave us some clues. And here's the timeline that I gave. Between 2 and 3, I felt that he was in grave danger of losing his life on the astrology. So we have Mars trine with his Pluto. That's like manipulation, control. Are most of these, yeah, so let's see. Let's look at when he went missing. He went missing at 1:30 is when I think he was picked up. So let's go back to 1:30. a.m. 30. I think he goes through some serious transformation between like physical, where he could really be in danger. I would say between 2 and 3:30 a.m. But this is when it all begins. This is like a major wake up call, because Uranus in the first house trine Pluto like that, that's a wake up call. So this here, and it's pointing to his body. So I feel like at 1:30 a.m. he knew he was in danger while traveling. He knew his body was in danger. Saturn also, and I do believe that there is some weird type of attack because Nessus is there, and it's drugs, anger. Okay, so you can kind of see 5 days ago, before we knew any of this information, I was seeing a possible attack in the vehicle, that there was drugs involved, with alcohol being on the first house on the AC line, so close to the victim. It means that our victim could definitely be under the influence, which causes a catastrophe. It can also mean that someone loses their head in a public way. I mean, Algol is a demon. It's a demon star. It's very evil, and in crime, it really is an active star in a lot of our crime charts. And it means something that Algol is sitting on the victim line like that. It's important. It's conjunct the victim line. It's only 2 degrees apart from the victim line. So, yeah, it's pretty scary. So Algol has an influence on our victim, for sure. And it also shows that our victim is in water. Now, if you look down at the 4th house, remember the 4th house is in the womb and in the tomb, the energy that is surrounding the end of the matter for the victim. We do have the sun there, and we have Mercury. Now, they just confirmed that there was 3 people in the car. So we have someone that's older, possibly are bigger than the other 2, and the other 2 could possibly be related, or they think of them like siblings, the other 2 friends, or it's showing up as the cousins could show up as Mercury too, and that the other ones were bigger and older. So I'd like to know the age of everyone in this car, in this vehicle. It is interesting. But down there at the bottom at the 4th house, you can see we have 3 males, the sun and Mercury. Mercury can be unisex, but it rules, other people, more than one. So there, if Gemini rules Mercury, that's the twins, that's 2 people with one person that's older with Giovanni. So there's 3 people at the end of the matter. Now, he said they're already 2 miles away, but whatever happened to make Giovanni run like that and run for his life and be scared and feel that he went into a fight or flight mode, fight or flight, I believe. And he did try to fight. He's saying that there was some type of attack in the vehicle. So, an altercation. So, it is interesting. I still think that there's a secret. There's something that we are missing here with the vehicle. What was discussed before hanging out? Was it all about partying, meeting girls, hooking up with girls, something along those lines? Because like I said, there is this undertone of like, I don't know if he was propositioned, or I don't know, maybe he thought he was under the impression that it was going to be partying and hooking up with girls, and then he just got the wrong vibe, and the drugs set him off or something. I'm not really sure. But I would say the way that law enforcement is looking at this is more so, I'm leaning towards looking at this astrology chart, and after watching that video, I would say law enforcement is probably leaning more towards an unexpected, shocking event. Now, we still don't have all of the autopsy done. We are still waiting on the toxicology reports. But looking at this, I mean, with Aquarius ruling the 10th house, that's 10th house rules the government. You know, possibly law enforcement is looking at this as a shocking, unexpected, out of nowhere event that took place and ended in a death. Is what I'm thinking law enforcement feels. But again, you know, we still don't know because we don't have all the toxicology reports back yet. But I feel like the astrology is saying that law enforcement is probably leaning more towards an unexpected, shocking event with Aquarius, which is going to make us all shocked because a lot of us probably feel that there's something a little bit more shady to this. It is a very weird seeing him on the CT footage like that. It's very weird. Okay, I have to get up and work early in the morning, so I gotta head out. Sorry, I hope my fan isn't too loud in the background, but all right, everyone, I just wanted to show you the astrology and show you what we talked about and how it's some of the stuff that I said is making sense. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of coming out. And it's before we knew anything. I said this all 5 days ago. I do feel like he did get in trouble between 2 a.m. and 3:30 a.m. was when he was it's transformational for a victim. Okay, so that's all I have for now. I'll be in touch soon. Bye-bye. Blessed be. Take care of one another. Bye-bye.